Welcome to Black Knight News. Today is Wednesday, January 9th. I'm Lil C.
And I'm Karina. Today's announcements include club announcements and sports.
The Rap Club meets Thursday in Miss Horn's room B234 after school. Bacon meets Thursday in Dr. Shields' room D246. The Shizzo String Ensemble and friends will perform the classic children's symphonic tale Peter and the Wolf on Saturday, January 19th at 3 p.m. at the PAC. It will be narrated by WVIR TV meteorologist Clayton Stiver. There will be a musical instrument petting zoo immediately following the concert. This concert is a perfect introduction to the orchestral instrument for children of all ages and usually sells out, so get your tickets soon. There will be a curriculum fair Monday, January 14th at B Commons.
Welcome to Charlottesville High School. My name is Michaela and...
My name is Mr. Clendaniel.
Alright, well...
Many people call me Mr. C because sometimes Clendaniel's hard to say.
Alright.
So Mr. C is fine.
So where are you from?
Originally from the Pittsburgh area, but I spent my entire career in Northern Virginia working both in, in Prince William County, Fairfax County for the bulk of my career, and then 2 years as the interim principal at T.C. Williams in Alexandria, Virginia.
Alright. What, if any, connections to Charlottesville do you have or have you had?
Well, I was a graduate of the Curry School with a master's degree in counseling in 1979, a long time ago. And all my graduate level coursework beyond that was all done at the University of Virginia. So I have strong ties to UVA.
All right. Well, as a follow-up, what do you think of the town and the school?
So far, I've been very impressed with it. While the school is much smaller than what I'm used to, I've been really impressed with the friendliness of the students. So many of them have come up and said, "Welcome, we're glad you're here, and we hope you enjoy the time." And sometimes that's not always the case with high school kids, but the vibe that you get from within the school and the people, not only that work here, but all the students especially, it's been very, very positive. So.
All right. Well, as you're getting comfortable here, is there anything the student body can do to help you?
Well, just come up and introduce yourselves. You know, I think you'll find a lot of similarities between Thomas and myself. I said to him this morning that I said, "You remind me of me 25 years ago." All
right. Well, do you plan on making any changes to the school, and if so, what would they be?
From what I've seen, the 99.5% of the things that I've seen are things that I would have done myself. I don't anticipate any changes, especially for the senior class. I know that when middle of the senior year, when the principal pulls out, and it's somewhere that you know and have gotten close to, and especially people that the seniors like, it's always difficult. So I hope to smooth the transition, especially for the seniors, and make sure that there are really no major changes and that seniors can feel comfortable, and that, again, they can anticipate very, very few changes, if any.
All right. Well, an off-topic question. Do you plan on following Dr. Taylor's tradition of handing out birthday pencils?
Apparently, if not, I would be asked to leave pretty quickly. And a former principal that I worked for said that everybody needs to be recognized and no one ever died from too much attention. And that, you know, it's nice to be remembered. You know, however simple the gesture is, it's nice to put a name with a face, and it's one way that it's good for a principal to be able to connect with every one of the students.
Yeah, the students really appreciate it. All right, well, do you find anything while you're here to be challenging, or do you expect anything to be hard?
I think that the most challenging part will be to maintain the high level of expectations set by Dr. Taylor and his staff. I would like to say, too, that people have gone out of their way to be helpful just in a little bit of time I've here and help me reintegrate myself into a school setting. So, especially the admin team, just a special group of people. And one thing that I've been impressed with the school and with the teaching staff and the admin team, that everybody, you know, the decisions that are made in this building, the first concern is how is this going to affect the students and the instructional program. And that's not something you find everywhere. And that's one of the things that has been most pleasing for me to see.
So, is there anything else that you'd like the student body to know?
Well, that I'm approachable, that I know that you'll find me as approachable as Dr. Taylor. And that, you know, again, please come up, introduce yourselves, say hello, and if you want to chat, you know, one thing, since I've been retired for a couple of years, I've not had many people to talk to in 2 years, so I've got a lot of words stored up.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Clendaniel.
Well, thank you, and I look forward to a fantastic 6 months here.
Thank you, Michaela. My name is Josiah, and I'm also here with some follow-up questions on Mr. Clendaniel. How are you?
Good.
So what do you do in your spare time?
Well, I walk every day. I spend time Skyping with my grandchildren. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. and I play golf. And like I told someone earlier, I put my golf clubs away because they're going to collect dust for the next 6 months. And I've learned how to cook too. I watch cooking shows, and then I will I made all the family cookies this year. So.
Oh, that's good. Cookies for Santa, that's good.
Well, cookies for me.
Oh, for you, okay.
Yes.
And what is the most challenging moment in your life?
I think the most challenging thing I've ever had to do is raise 2 children. And I think that's kind of a carryover as a school administrator. You look at 1,200 students walking around a building and realize that every one of those kids is somebody's child. And that I know the difficulties my wife and I had, and we had 2 wonderful kids who did tons of good things. But the most challenging thing was to raise our children to be successful adults. I have a 34-year-old son who's a major in the United States Marine Corps, daughter who's 31 years old, is a mother of our 2 grandchildren, and she's a stay-at-home mom. So they've turned out just fine. So I'm very pleased with them that my most challenging thing turned out to be pretty successful.
That's good, that's good. And who would you say is your hero?
I'd definitely say my dad. My dad was a child of the Depression. Grew up in a large family. His father died early. World War II, like many people of his era, joined the military and made it a career. Came out of the military and went to work. His first job was loading groceries in cars for tips. And so that taught me that, you do whatever you need to do to help your family. So my dad's my hero.
Oh, okay. I'm glad to have this interview with you. Thank you for spending your time and becoming our interim here at Charlottesville High School. Hopefully you will be just as good as Dr. Taylor and even better.
Well, good. Thank you very much. So far, my first impressions are very positive. So it's a great place to work, and I'm kind of envious that I didn't get to come here earlier. So,
all right. Thank you. This is our interview with Mr. Clendaniel, and we will see you guys next time.
Now to Karina.
Attention seniors, college applications due dates are closed. Come see the college guide, Ms. Hudson and M153 as soon as you can. Office hours for the college guide are Tuesdays and Thursdays, including after school. The PVCC Spring Break Academies will offer 2 career workshops, health care, and computer technology. Application is due January 18th, 2013. Cost is $89, which include lunch every day. Full and partial scholarships are available if you are on free or reduced lunch. Now over to sports.
Thank you. At 6 p.m. boys 9th grade hosts Miller School. At 6 p.m. varsity wrestling competes against Monticello and Western.
Thank you. And now please stand by for your minute of silence, pledge of allegiance, and credits. Please stop what you are doing in observance of the minute of silence. Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This has been Karina.
And let's see for BKN. See you Thursday. Please turn off your TVs after the credits.
BKN Black Night.